Okay.
Okay, so I can, in the meantime, introduce. So next speaker for today's session is Parnasri Ghosh, and as you can see that she is a graduate student at the Stat Math unit of ISI Kolkata, and she will be talking on homogeneous locally nilpotent derivations of rank 2 and 3 on KXYZ. I mean the polynomial ring KXYZ. So you can get started, Parnasri.
Okay. So thank you, sir, for having me here today. And it's a really great pleasure to be a part of this event. And I have a very wonderful memory a few months ago that we joined a course on commutative algebra where one of our mentors was Professor Dilip Patil, and the memory was very nice. His lecture were very enjoyable, I would say. So, so let me start my talk today. It is about the homogeneous locally nilpotent derivation on of rank 2 and 3 on the polynomial ring in 3 variables. So this work is a joint work with my supervisor, Dr. Neena Gupta. So here is the content. So first, I will give some definitions, some useful definitions of regarding the locally nilpotent derivation, and then I will talk about the degrees of linear variables of kxyz with respect to a homogeneous LND, and I will show a connection between the rank 3 derivation with this property. Then I will proceed to rank 2 derivations, homogeneous rank 2 derivations, and finally I will discuss the freeness conjecture of Jane Freudenberg, and we will see that how far we could proceed in this conversation. So I am starting with the definition of a low-potent derivation. So suppose R be an integral domain which contains a field of characteristic 0. Now a function d from R to R is said to be locally nilpotent if it satisfies this three properties. The first one is the additive property. The second one is the product rule, or the Leibniz rule for the derivations. And the third one is saying that for every small r in capital R, there exists a natural number such that dn of r is 0. So you see that this natural number is actually depending upon the element r. So that is why it is called a locally nilpotent derivation. And here I want to add something, that studying the locally nilpotent derivation is actually equivalent of studying the GA action on varieties. And these are very important tools for solving problems in affine algebraic geometry. Say for the cancellation problem, the Makar-Lehmanov invariant and Dachshund invariant is a very important tool for solving those problems. So next I define what is called a degree function. So consider a totally ordered abelian group G. Now a function mu from G union minus infinity is said to be a degree function on R if it satisfies these three properties. The first one is mu of R is minus infinity if and only if R is 0. The second property is saying that mu of Rs is mu R plus mu S for every Rs in capital R. And the third property is about the addition, that mu of R plus S is less than equals to the maximum of mu R and mu S. Okay. So now every locally nilpotent derivation D defines a degree function on R. So we denote it by degree D from R to Z union minus infinity. And it is defined to be the maximum natural number n such that dn of R is non-zero. And when R is 0, we define it to be minus infinity. Now one can check very easily that degree D satisfies these three properties of a degree function. Hence it is a well-defined degree function on R. Next I define what is called an irreducible LND. So for an ln d over R is said to be irreducible if the ideal generated by the image is not contained in a proper principal ideal of R. Next, I define the triangularizable LND on the polynomial ring. Now, D is said to be triangularizable LND if there exists a system of variables x1 up to xn such that D of xi is contained in the polynomial ring generated by x1 up to xi minus 1 for every I from 1 to n. Now we go to the definition of degree of a locally nilpotent derivation. So let G be a totally ordered abelian group and mu be a pre-assigned degree function on R. Now, if we consider for a locally nilpotent derivation on R, if we consider this set, which is the collection of the difference of mu values of dr and R. Now, if the maximum of this set is in G or it is minus infinity, then we say that degree of D with respect to mu exists and it is defined to be the maximum of this set. Now here I want to tell you that it is not always true that degree of D exists for every degree function mu. For example, we have example both in characteristic P and characteristic 0 and those are affine such that the degree function does not exist. Okay. Now we define the homogeneous locally nilpotent derivation. Now we have a graded domain containing a field, say R. Now an LND D on R is said to be homogeneous with respect to the grading if and only if there exists a fixed element small d in G such that after the action of G on the nth degree piece that is contained inside the n plus dth degree piece for every n. Then we say D to be homogeneous and the degree of D to be small d. Now we define the rank of an LND over a polynomial ring over a domain. So consider a homogeneous R, not homogeneous, sorry. Consider any locally nilpotent R derivation on Rn. Then we define the rank of D to be, sorry. We define the rank of D to be minimum of R, such that there exists a system of variables v1 up to vn of Rn such that under the action of D, only R many variables are surviving. So by this, I end the preliminary section. If you have any question, please ask. Okay. So now I proceed to the rank 3 locally nilpotent derivation. So our work basically started with the question of Freudenberg. So the question is, does there exist a homogeneous locally nilpotent derivation on Kn? This is the polynomial ring in n variables, which has degree 2 and rank n. So this question has negative answer for n equals both n equals to 1 and n equals to 2. So we investigated this question for n equals to 3. Now, before proceeding to the steps of answering this question, I'd like to state some important result in this context. So the first result is due to Miyanishi and Kambayashi. Miyanishi has proved this result for algebraically closed field, and then by a result of Kambayashi, it is proved for every field of characteristic 0. So if K be a field of characteristic 0 and D is a locally nilpotent derivation on K3, then kernel of D is a polynomial ring in 2 variables. So The next result is due to Zurkowski. This is the homogeneous version of the above result. So it is saying that if D is a homogeneous LND on KXYZ with respect to a positive Z grading, then the generators of the kernel F and G are homogeneous with respect to that grading omega. Now I state the result due to Degle. So this is saying that if D is a locally nilpotent derivation on Kn and kernel D is a polynomial ring generated by F1 up to Fn minus 1, then the structure of D is like this, that it is alpha times delta F1 up to Fn minus 1, where this delta is the Jacobian derivation and alpha is an element of the kernel. Okay. So next I define what is called a homogeneous LND of type LMN. So by the previous result of Degle, you can see that any derivation on K3, any locally nilpotent derivation on K3 is of the form alpha delta Fg, where the kernel is Kfg. Now we say that D is a homogeneous derivation of type LMN if degree of alpha is L, degree of F is M, and degree of G is N. So here these degrees are actually the polynomial degrees with respect to the standard grading. Okay. So now we state the steps where how we approached the question. So first of all, we notice that when D is a homogeneous locally nilpotent derivation with respect to the standard grading and having rank more than 1, then there exists a system of linear variables, say L1 up to L3, such that degree D of L1 is strictly less than degree D of L2 is strictly less than degree D of L3. Now one can say, okay, if we have any locally nilpotent derivation on K3, we can always get a system of variables such that this inequality holds. But here the important part is the variables we are getting, those are also linear. So this result plays a very important role in our proof. So now I want to tell you something, that this result is true also for homogeneous R derivation on Rxyz, where R is a PID. But there are examples of one-dimensional normal domain where such kind of inequality does not hold. So at the end, if I get some time, I will show you the example. So let me proceed. Now we also we observe the this result, that with respect to a standard grading 111 on KXYZ, there is no homogeneous locally nilpotent derivation of type 0, 3, 3 and 0, 2, D plus 1, where D is 1, 2 or 3. So now we see the following steps. So let D be a homogeneous LND of degree D on KXYZ, and D has this structure. Then the degree small d of capital D satisfies this equality. That is, D is actually degree of alpha plus degree of F plus degree of G minus 3. Now when D is 0, means the degree of the derivation is 0, you can observe from this equality that either degree of F is 1 or degree of G is 1. So what we get, that the kernel contains a linear variable. That means the rank is reducing. Okay. Now for D equals to 1, if I need the rank of capital D to be 3, then from this inequality we can observe that D must be a homogeneous locally nilpotent derivation of type 0, 2, 2. For D equals to 2, if we want the rank to be 3, Then again from this equality we can observe that it should be a homogeneous locally nilpotent derivation of type 0, 2, 3. And for d equals to 3, if we want the rank to be 3, then we have these three possibilities, that it should be a LND of type 0, 2, 4, or it should be of 0, 2, 3, or it should be a 2, 2, 2. Okay. Now, if we see the previous result, so we have obtained that such LNDs of type 0, 3, 3 and 0, 2, d plus 1 for d equals to 1, 2, 3, they cannot exist. Now, using the previous result and these steps, we conclude that there is no homogeneous locally nilpotent derivation which has rank 3 and degree less than equals to 3 on kxyz. So we obtained the answer of the question of Freudenberg for n equals to 3 is negative. It is not possible. All right. So next I am proceeding to the rank 2 homogeneous locally nilpotent derivation. So we have studied the rank 2 homogeneous locally nilpotent derivation, and we could characterize the triangularizable derivations among those. So let me show the characterization. Let D be an irreducible homogeneous locally nilpotent derivation of rank 2 and degree small d on KUVW with respect to the standard gradient. Now, D is triangularizable if and only if there exists a system of linear variables x, y, z such that D is delta xp, where P has this structure, where degree d of x is strictly less than degree d of y is strictly less than degree d of z. And also we have calculated the degree d values of the variables, that degree d of y is 1 and degree d of z is d plus 2. Now if you observe this structure, then you see that this P is actually linear in the variable z, which is having the highest degree d value. So what is this saying, that if we give me any locally nilpotent derivation of rank 2 of this form, then looking at the structure of the of P, I can tell you whether it is a triangularizable derivation or not. Okay. Next, we get a connection between triangularizability and the degree of the derivation of rank 2. So it is saying that an irreducible homogeneous locally nilpotent derivation of rank 2 and degree p minus 2 is always triangularizable, where p is a prime number. Now, looking at the proposition, we can see that the smallest possible degree of a homogeneous locally nilpotent derivation of rank 2 is 2. Okay. So we have characterized those derivations also. So we got that if D is the irreducible homogeneous locally nilpotent derivation of rank 2 and degree 2 on KUVW, where K is an algebraically closed field, then D is not triangularizable if and only if D is equals to capital delta XP, where P has this structure, where degree D of X is 0, which is strictly less than degree D of Y, which is strictly less than degree D of Z. And we have also obtained the degrees to be degree of y is 2 and degree of z is 4. All right. Now I proceed to the freeness conjecture of Jane Freudenberg. So before stating the conjecture, I would like to define what are called the degree modules. So with respect to an LND D of R, if I take the collection of elements R such that degree D of R is less than equals to n, then this set Fn is called the nth degree A module, where A is kernel of the LND D. Okay. Next, I define what is called a D basis. So let D be an LND of R and A is kernel of D. Then a basis for a free A submodule M of R is said to be a D basis if the elements of the basis have the distinct degree d value. All right. Now I state the freeness conjecture of Freudenberg that let B is the polynomial ring in 3 variable, and D is a locally nilpotent derivation on B. If A is the kernel of D, then B is a free A module having a basis of this form. So if you see that this basis is basically a D basis. Okay. Now, using our structure of triangularizable derivation, we could prove that yes, the conjecture is true for triangularizable derivation, homogeneous triangularizable derivation on KUVW. All right. And also we have classified the the non-triangularizable derivations of smallest possible degree, and using that structure we could also we say that this such derivations are also having the freeness property. Okay. Next, I want to say the freeness property for general LNDs. So if we have an LND over Kn, where n is greater than equals to 4, then the freeness property does not hold in general. There are examples for where the flatness property, that Kn is not flat over the kernel of D. So there is no question of asking whether it is free or not. So flatness property does not hold even for higher dimension. Now, the freeness property of a locally nilpotent derivation D is equivalent to this fact that for every n, the nth degree module Fn is a free A module with a D basis. Okay. So what is known right now that recently Degley has shown that every Fn is a free A module having rank n plus 1. But what is not shown yet, the existence of D basis. So if one can prove that okay, the Fn's are having a D basis, then the conjecture will be settled down. So I have told that if I, sir, do I have it in time?
You have about about 5 more minutes, definitely.
Okay, okay, sir. So I will show you the example for the normal domain. So let me go to that theorem. Yeah. So I have told you that this result is not true for one-dimensional normal domains. So let me show the example for a Dedekind domain. Okay. So this is our example. So consider the ring Rxyz, where R is this Dedekind domain, and we define a homogeneous locally nilpotent derivation of degree D as follows, where x1 is of this form. So now you can see that this x1 is a linear term, but this is not a variable of Rxyz. Okay. So what we obtain for this example is kernel of D is not equals to R2. Rank of D is 3. And the degrees of the variables are x and z are having degree 1, and degree of z is d plus 2. And there exists no system of linear variables v1, v2, v3, but such inequality holds. So if you see that, let me go to the example, that this x1 is in the kernel. This is a linear term, but this is not a variable. So when we have such equality for the degrees, then this inequality can hold if and only if we get a linear term in x and y, which is a variable, and it has degree 0. But in the kernel, Since rank is 3, in the kernel there is no such variables, no such linear variable. So such kind of inequality cannot hold. So with this, I end my talk today, and here are the references. You can have a look. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Purnashree. Questions, comments? No, maybe you can ask her later also. So thank you, Purnashree. The next speaker
Okay, thank you.
is Kriti. Maybe